am worried about us as a species. I really am. Jesus Christ. We should be exploring space with the dolphins right now. Instead, we're inside an elf's colon going... I mean, it is an impressively large banana. Deep-throated.
After you.
Deep-throated. No one's ever yelled. I've been doing this show all year. No one's ever said, deep-throated!
Till I got to RedDeer. Are you in from downtown?
You know what? Actually, that's what bananas have done as well. The first humans. That whole my banana's bigger than your banana. That's where that shit started. Deep-throated. That's what they're all yelling in the jungles of Southeast Asia. Trying to grow bigger bananas. It's to that precise moment in history we can now definitively trace the origin of male fragility. It's comments like deep-throated. That's where that comes from. The cautionary parable, size matters. That's where that all fucking started. Yeah, every single dick-swinging competition since then, from big game hunting, to mixed martial arts, to starting a comedy podcast, to invading Ukraine. It all started right there. Proving once and for all that bananas are solely responsible for toxic masculinity. Okay. About 17% of you on board with that statement. Everybody else just going, are we about to be lectured on problematic masculinity by a dick-shaped cis man? Yes and no. Look, on the whole, men, problematic, okay? I mean, we all know this by now, surely. And if you don't know this, ask a statistician. Plenty of damning statistics to back that statement up. In fact, you know what? Fuck it, let's ask one now. Hello. My name is Gertrude Mary Cox. I was the founder of the Department of Experimental Statistics at North Carolina State University in 1941. Statistically speaking. You're doing a great job. But I think they're confused. And also, your accent is particularly racist this evening. Please continue, Gertrude Mary Cox. I feel like there's a pocket of like middle-aged locals up the back just going,
What the fuck is this? What is he? What is he?
Please continue. Statistically speaking, all of the female identified members of tonight's audience are all thinking how cool it is that I was the first female professor and first lady department head at North Carolina State College. And all the men in the room are thinking how funny it is that my last name is Cox. Therefore proving that men are stupid pieces of shit. Thanks, Gertrude Mary Cox. Hey, look, before I go on, just to be clear, I like being a man. I'm a man. I'm happy identifying as a man. I like all the magical things that come with being a man, like the soothing scent of stale tobacco on the fat fingers of a barber during a straight razor beard shave.
Papa?
I love the joy of taking a shit in a public bathroom and having your naked penis make accidental contact with the inside of the toilet bowl. Nummy num, 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 num. I acknowledge that men have a number of honourable and redeeming qualities, RedDeer, but I think they get enough airtime, you know? We've all seen Keanu Reeves shoot someone in the face at close range. I mean, it's poetry. 439 kills by John Wick is impressive by anyone's standards, but we can't all be mass-murdering pacifists. Some of us have to work in sports medicine. Kale, sorry, I feel like I'm being hard on you. You're doing a great job. I assume. Are you good at your job? Are you good at your job, Kale? You hope so? Do you love it? You do? That's the most important thing. Nicole, did you always want to work at UPS? What was your dream? What is your dream? Photography. Are you a photographer? Do you have your camera here? No, you missed an opportunity there. We could have totes collabed. Just zip home to the scary place that you're from. Where was it? Black Folds? Get back there, get your camera, we'll do a shoot after the show. Just me. What's that? I know, sorry, we can do that again. Where do you put your photos? Do you have a social media account with your photos?
I don't. I kind of gave it up after a while.
You gave up photography or social media?
Photography.
Are you still on socials?
I am.
It's tough, isn't it? Do you feel pressure to be creative on the internet? Yeah, me too. It's strange because I used to do jokes about how much I hate social media, and now it's how I sell all of my tickets. I think I look like a bit of a fuckwit, to be honest. And also these days, Nicole, when you have a profile, an online profile, there's this perception that you're obligated to speak up on topics of social and political and humanitarian injustice, because entertainers, after all, are the last bastion of intelligent discourse. If you want to listen to some fucking nerd with dry elbows and a PhD in political science, be my guest. I prefer to get my news from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And these days, choosing online silence in the wake of a global atrocity makes you seem complicit in that violence, or at least suggests that you're too gutless to speak out, lest it damage your brand. I mean, I even get this, and look at my face. Who is coming to this as a reputable source of news? Oh, want to know what's going on in the Middle East? Why not ask me, Cocaine Grimace? You know what I mean? I look like I was bitten by a radioactive cum sock, for God's sakes. Who's coming to this? The purple minion with an Ozempic dependency. You know what I mean? It's like SpongeBob SquarePants died of autoerotic asphyxiation up here. I look like the LA Lakers logo with leukemia. You know what I mean? I look like the personification of blue balls. That's my face. Who's coming to me, And it's not that I don't have opinions. It's not that I'm not engaged in the discourse. I am. Just not on the internet. Just not on the internet. For the simple fact that social media is not my platform. This is my platform. Yes. This is the place where I can say things like Israel is committing genocide. You know what I mean? This is the sort of place I can say Trump is an evil fuck and all of his cronies are also evil fucks and they're going to ruin the country and then they're going to slowly work their way north and eat Canada. I hope not. Yeah, keep on hoping. He's got plans.
He's coming for your children, Jenny!
Sorry, that got real fucking dark. I'm so sorry. But that's where I can say that stuff, you know what I mean? But not social media. This is my platform, And what I do is I use social media to sell tickets to this. And then I take some of the money from those ticket sales and I pay a woman named Emily to run my social media for me so I never even have to fucking look at it. And hey, that's just a personal choice. I'm not shitting on your social media use. I used to have Instagram on my phone, but it's not bad. It's just terrible for my brain. I found I was constantly checking my posts to see if they'd been liked. So I hired Emily to run it for me, and now I am desperate for her approval.
Why hasn't Emily responded to your text message? Could it be because she hates you?
But what if I was more politically active on social media? What if I wanted to go public with the truth about bananas? which particular choir would I be preaching to?
The BBC!
Like, the BBC? I'd be preaching to the BBC. You know what? That would be good. But this is actually what happened. Is I wanted to know who my audience was. I wasn't going to talk about this, but you going, the BBC! Okay. We've now just taken a hard turn in this show because of that guy. I asked Emily, my social media manager, to gather all of my social media analytics and analyze them, right, and find out who's watching me. And the results showed that my online audience skews heavily to single white men in their mid-20s.
Devastating.
All of this time, I thought that I'd been creating inclusive and broad-reaching content while I was, in fact, cultivating a community of fucking incels! I mean, naturally, I took immediate action and enrolled in a cultural diversity training program. I made it halfway through the first session on unconscious bias, but there was something annoying about the teacher I couldn't put my finger on, so I quit. Yes, that is the best joke in the show, you grown fucks. I said I liked groans, but now I've decided there's no more pretentious audience response than,
Oh, I see what you did there, Randy. Oh, I drove all the way from Calgary for that.
I love you too. Do you feel like that I needed a bit of an uplift there? Sometimes you know what, I'm always having a wonderful time up here, and sometimes people just interpret a pause as me having like an existential crisis. Sometimes I just, most of the time it's just him having a sip of water. Like, it'll just be a moment, there'll just be a pause where it looks like I'm just thinking, and in fact it's... And people are like, oh no, I love you, Randy. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to them. I love that. That's very beautiful. See, this is it. This is who I thought my audience was. You know, I didn't know it was all these white dudes. I thought those guys never say hello to me. It's all that, I love you, Randy. It's those people that I meet. You know, it's that after the show it's the people that's like the gender fluid anime fans that chase me in the parking lot to hand me crocheted fan art, you know. And I love that. That's who I thought my audience was, a bunch of Phoebes. But it turns out there's all these young white men sitting at home looking at their computers going,
No, Randy.
I never meet those dudes. Actually, that's not true. This year I did my first ever show in Paris. And after the show in Paris, this guy came up to me at the merch desk, this young white man, and he came up to me after the show. He waited till everybody left, and he came over and said,
Randy, here is a lock of my hair.
Merci beaucoup. But I appreciate you saying you love me. Who said they love me? What's your